Hey everybody, you want to play a game? You want to play a game on a movie? You want to play a game based off of a movie, but not quite based off the movie as so much as the second movie, but not even really. You know, let's play that game. Let's play Warlock. The Genesis version, because, look, I looked at the Super Nintendo version. Genesis version sounds better. Music sounds better to me. I'm biased. So yeah, if you've seen any of the first two movies, just throw the plot away. Because this has its own plot. Pretty much. I know the second movie had stones. I don't think the Rune stones looked the way they do in the game, or were used the way they are in the game. I would really have to rewatch that movie. It's been a while. But that's what Druids do. Druids stopped the coming of the Warlock. They failed, by the way. That was the Warlock. Julian Sands has returned to the Earth in a much graphic way than he did in the second movie. Well, there's the reason we couldn't succeed. The sacred stones are scattered through time and across the continents. And using powers inherited from your Druid ancestors, you, and only you, must find all six before the Warlock and Ellipses. This is a town that takes place in. There's just Druids standing around, by the way. That's us over there. I think it's slightly based off the character from the second movie. I don't remember his name. That's a teenager in that movie. We look like an old man, you'll see. The orb I remember, though. Vaguely. Look, there was an orb in the second movie. I haven't seen any reference to the orb on the Wikipedia page. Look, I remember that orb. The orb played very little role in the actual movie. But look, this is the most desperate hour. We gotta find the stones and destroy the Warlock, or all will be lost. God, this music is bitchin'. Let's begin. So we begin here, in whatever town this is. You got us. I forget what the name of this character is in the movie. He does not look as old as he does in the profile up there. That's our health gauge, by the way. So there's some stuff we can do. We can control our orb. We can make it fly around. We can knock out butterflies with it. We've also got this. You might be wondering if I can do that on a dog. Yes, you can. If you are an asshole. And, well, we are an asshole. You've also got, you know, jump and running abilities. And in a nice evasive dodge, there's crows. Don't jump into those. Those will hurt you. Here's our first power-up of the game, hidden behind a tree. It's this prism-looking thing. And the Eclipse. By the way, there's the Warlock. That was the Warlock. You can hit crows. You can hit bats. You can do all sorts of things as Druid Hank. Did we go with Hank? I'm just going with Hank. I don't even know why anymore. Got all these magics and skills. Here's what this does. It creates a barrier. That dog, when it died, the one I rolled into, it dropped an extra life. We took damage Yeah, you don't start the game with any extra lives. You have to earn them. Speaking of another extra life you can earn, don't let this guy die. Just run ahead of him. Kill this zombie for him. Yeah, just kind of clear the zombie out because he's dropping shit as he walks. I didn't notice that the last time I played. Yeah, that's the main thing I wanted from him, was the other extra life. There's a skull, that's a power magic thing, and these potions are useful too. Potions are healing, although you use them like magic. And potions are also kind of useless in the sense that, well, they only heal 1 hit point of damage. I don't know if it's any different in the Super Nintendo version, but the Genesis version, it's like, you know, it's all the healing you get. So we're in the library. I don't remember a library from the movies. Look, it doesn't matter. The movies don't matter. Yeah, you can also use your orb to attack. And, yeah, I got that potion up there using the orb. The orb's useful. The orb's definitely useful. And I'm just gonna run it back up here. I know that's one difference from the Super Nintendo version. The library is kind of laid out differently. Like, you can skip all the way to the end. And, I don't even know if there is an elevator in that version. It doesn't really matter. You do take fall damage if you drop from too high of a height. We haven't encountered that yet. I forgot all about that until I was playing this on my own at an earlier time. Yep, got zombies all over. Some of them get back up. Usually if they get back up, they drop stuff. And a lot of them are dropping potions right now. Yeah, it looks like the max number of potions you can carry is 9, but no, you can actually carry more than the number that's allocated there. It's just, you know, you gotta pay attention. Also, there's another one of those, and there's a switch that I hit that will make the elevator go up even higher. You can also do a back attack with the orb. It's not too bad at all. Yeah, that's the reason I wanted to come over there, get all that shit. Let's see. Yup, nothing but a Warlock fighting machine, Druid Hank. In the second movie, like I said, he had an orb. I remember it would fly around a little bit, but I don't remember if the character in that movie, ever really effectively used it for a lot of attacks. Of course, there was also a chick in that movie, but like I said, there's another major difference between the Super Nintendo version and this version. The Super Nintendo version, the Warlock would just kind of fly around shooting lightning at you. Here, he kind of just shoots yellow blasts. As you can see, our health is waning. We kind of look like a undead version of Adolf. Well, we did. Now that our hair is more gone, we don't look so much. I was going to say we looked, well, you know where I was going with that, if you think about it. Well, anyway, and here at the end of the library, after we fought off the Warlock, is our first rune stone. Collect it, full health, and the portal opens. There's our rune stone. It's like a granite donut or something. It's not too bad. So travel now to an ancient time where other stones under darkness and cursed guardians lie. But beware, For the rest shall not come as easily as the first. There you go. That's saying that the stones are going to be hard to come by. And it's not lying. Well, at least after the second stone. Second stone, well, we'll see about that. Here, you might wonder what happens if I just stand there. That happens. You get tossed out. You take a little bit of damage. It's not too bad. So I don't know what time we're in, but we are back in time. And, yep, to the left of us, underneath the waterfall, is a cave where spiders roam. That's a good place to go, because that is where you're supposed to go, but you can get some other shit by going over here. And I recommend going over here. I also recommend, well, I mean, I'm gonna save. I also recommend using that crystal when it drops to, be able to fly over here, get an extra life. Yeah, these crystals let you levitate. Briefly. You might also see in our bar up there at the top that we got a purple donut now. That's the rune stone, the first rune stone we collected. It's good stuff. God, I forgot what I was gonna say. I'm so busy warlocking. You know, the act of pursuing the warlock. We're actually a druid. Yeah, that gray droplet shit hurts us. And we get to use our tactical dodge quite a bit here. You might think you can make this jump. You're wrong. You can't make that jump. There are fire snakes in the ceiling. You can hurt them, or you could just use a spell like that. Well, okay, that didn't... Look, that's supposed to kill things. It didn't work so well that time. That staff I picked up is kind of important. If you wish to unlock shit, here's what the staff does. Creates quakes. You use it in the right place, and you get a stone. Or, you know, prism diamond thing that falls, and you can collect shit. Like I'm doing right now. You saw me collect that stuff. Those bonuses, those sweet, sweet prizes. Oh yeah. Also, yeah, this is protective guarding shit that's nice to have. Those are extra lives. You can use your extra lives as a spell for a full heal. It's kind of useful if you need to do it. Yeah, I don't know why I was teabagging the ground before collecting that. But, whatever. Yeah, that's a real good use of the barrier there. It gets the spiders before they even bother getting all the way to you. Bats are very annoying. Like in any fucking game. But you know, they're not that big a deal when you got the barrier. Also, your magic things, you know, you can shoot while jumping. I've noticed that you can kind of combo them together real quick if you shoot while landing, like that. You can shoot up while standing. But something I learned not too long ago, yeah, you can shoot downward while jumping. This thing, we'll use that thing in a minute. Not right now, though. Right now, we'll leave it where it's at. Because it's kind of a useful item for magicking. Excuse me, I need to... Yeah, there you go. I healed 1 HP of our very limited HP reserves. And I just lost it again. Yeah, I probably need to heal a couple points just to be able to survive. There we go. Just kind of rolled into that spider there. Just avoid the flame breath of that. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're thinking, Mike, you said you were going to show off whatever that sundial thing does. Well, I died, so I can't show it off right this moment, unfortunately. I also lost all my spells and shit that I'd collected up to this point. So that sucks. I'll be right back. As I was saying... There we go. That's a good use of that Smart Bomb spell. Yeah. Something I failed to mention is when you lose a life, yeah, all the spells you've worked so hard to gain, they just kind of go away. Which kind of almost makes this spell kind of useless if you can lose all your work so easily. Here's what this does. It basically takes you back in time as a checkpoint, which seems kind of useless until you realize you can recollect all the power-ups that you've already collected. Which, it could be a waste of time, it could be a good use of time, it just depends on how you want to play the game, you know. Me, personally, I like to have a nice, huge stockpile of spells and magic for the future. Because that's... I like magic dueling and battles and druid wizardries and all that shit. These guys are a little annoying. One spawns right up underneath another. It's just how that goes. Just a little bit. But yeah, just to show you, you can go back. You can recollect the staff, and you know, it's good to have because you can use it to get another extra life. Like I'm demonstrating right now by flying back up here and collecting this. After I, you know, kill that guy. Yeah, probably wouldn't hurt to heal up. Oh, that would have been stupid if I had died there to that droplet. Yeah, like I said though, potions kinda wonder why they're even in the game if they're that underpowered. The only good thing about potion healing, and I can't really verify it because I'm basing it off of what I saw from someone else playing this on the Super Nintendo. They acted like when you heal, you're open to damage, which in this version of the game, maybe because it's not made by LJN, it doesn't seem to be the case. You seem like you're invincible when you are healing. And I am making such bad usage of the orb. And that's something else. When you pick up a spell, it automatically switches from whatever you had selected to what you picked up. So that's why I wasted that skull there. But you know, whatever. It's fine. It's cool. It's cool. It's very cool. Some asked me if this was a good game or not. I would say it is a good game. I would say it's also a hard as fuck game. If you lose any lives. And also if you rely on the password system. Because if you use passwords, you know, passwords seem to stay the same no matter what. I should have used that smart bomb there. Skull bomb, whatever, it's fine. But yeah, passwords seem to forget all the extra lives that you've picked up on top of whatever magic you had, so... yeah, that kind of sucks. And also, you know, wandering around in caves is probably not everyone's cup of tea. But we'll be out of caves soon. Relatively soon. You could technically use the orb, like move it in front of you to protect yourself from stuff coming from the front. I always do so badly at that that I haven't even been trying. I will equip the skulls, though, in case there's another cluster of spiders and bats all at once that I would like to... see, I don't even know why I bothered healing there, because right there is our second rune stone, which turns translucent in our inventory, but it's still gray and smooth right there. Probably very nice for skipping on water. And what does the book have to tell us? Beyond the garden, in the castle of the wizard, lie 2 more stones. But be wary, for the garden is not all it seems. That's right, on top of warlocks and druids, there also be wizards. Wizards. But we're not a wizard nor a warlock. We're, like I said, we're Druid Hank. That's what we're going with, I guess. And next time on Warlock, we'll venture forth to the wizard's castle and eventually find 2 more rune stones. Emphasis on eventually. It's gonna be a while. See you then!